Good morning, guys. Right. In other day's class, I was talking about what, guys? Spring Boot fundamentals, right? Spring Boot features I talk. We can do coding of Spring Boot not only in Java language, in other JVM-based languages like what Kotlin, Groovy kind of thing. Spring Boot gives advanced annotations that combines multiple related annotations. Spring Boot gives starters supporting what? Auto configuration. Right. Spring Boot is very much suitable for what? Microservice architecture projects because, yeah, in every service, for every service, we take separate project. And in that project, a lot of common operations will be there to perform. So actually, auto configuration take care of what? Those common operations so that it will be problem. That's good, guys. Let's see. Right. Yesterday we have discussed the main components of Spring Boot Pro framework. First is auto configure to take care of common things. Next, core module, base module to recognize some basic things. CLI, it allows to build the Spring Boot project, to build and develop the project through command line commands, command prompt commands, which is not so important. Next, we have something called starters, special jars. Because of that, auto configuration takes place. Actuators, they deal with non-functional features, guys. Functional features we develop, but actuators deal with what? Non-functional features. Like this, some important components we discussed are not there. Yeah. Let's open that document. Let's continue further. 710 Spring Boot Core. Session number how much? 3? I think 2 only, right? Session 2. Yeah. That's good. Now let's see. Yeah. So now we are going to talk about Spring Boot starters. We have different categories of what? Spring Boot starters. Yeah. Tell me. Spring Boot incorporates many starter packages, Maven, Gradle, which you can include in what? In order to add appropriate support in your project. At a high level, there are 6 types of what? Starter packages available. These are not just starters, guys. These are categories of the starters. Different categories of the starter. Let's understand what's the purpose of each starter. Yeah, core starter, the basic facilities will come, guys. Basic setup that is required to develop the Spring Boot project will come. Web starter for web application and distribute application development. Cloud starter for microservice architecture applications development. Data source starter in any kind of application. If you want to talk to what? Database or software, we have to think about working with what? Data starter. Spring Boot data JPI, Spring Boot data JDBC, all this stuff. Message starter for messaging based communication. It is given for what? Message based communication. Okay, message based means I want to see two application talking to each other, not through request and response model. I want to see they are talking with each other through messages, through message based communication, guys. Okay, it's something like WhatsApp messages, SMS, that is person to person communication. Similarly, I want to see software application communicating through messages, not through method calls, not through request and responses. Okay, for that one, messages related starters are there. We have what? Batch. For batch processing, I have 1 crore records and I want to take records and I want to filter and categorize the records. So if I load 1 crore records into memory, the system will crash automatically or not there. So I'll take the batch size of 1000. Every time I load 1000 records and I apply some processing on it. That is called batch processing. Loading the data in batch by batch, performing processing, filtering and validating data, and creating another set of data is nothing but what? Batch processing. For example, okay, for example, bank statement in your account, your transaction history will be there. But I want to take last 3 months data and I want to convert into PDF document. Not on just one account. I want to do on what? 1 crore accounts that are there in my bank. Not on just one account. I want to do that work on what? 1 crore accounts that are there in my bank. So definitely that needs a lot of operations are not there. Don't you think it comes under batch processing, guys? Yeah, definitely it comes under what? Batch processing. Everyone getting my point? Yes. Yeah, next one is what? Netflix OSS. What is there? Netflix OSS. Yeah, it supports a lot of third-party tools that are required in what? Microservice architecture development. To develop basic microservices, cloud module. To develop what? To integrate them, to see communication between microservices, to manage microservices effectively as part of microservice architecture based application development. We need this Netflix OSS or not there. We definitely need this Netflix OSS or not there, guys. Say something, my dear. I want reply, guys. Come on, everyone. Okay. Yeah. Check it out. Cloud to develop microservice architecture application, data store to interact with the database software, message for message based interaction between the application, batch for processing, for batch processing huge amount of data at a time, web to develop the web applications and what? Distributed application. Netflix OSS gives tools required for what? Microservice based applications interaction. Good ideas for Spring Boot application development, Eclipse, STS, IntelliJ. These are the ideas we have or not there. Super. Every Spring Boot application contains one important annotation, that is what? At the rate Spring Boot application, which is combination of how many annotations, guys? 3 annotations. Number 1, configuration. Number 2, enable auto configuration. Number 3, component scan. Number 3, what is there, guys? Component scan. Total how many annotations are involved, guys? 3 annotations are involved, right? Configuration, enable auto configuration, component scan. It's a combination of 3 annotation. But before that, I just want to talk Spring Boot application development procedure. I just want to identify the procedure that is required to develop the Spring Boot application. Yeah. First, we create the basic project here or not there. Either by using website or by using what? IDE. We prefer IDE, boss. Come on. We create the basic project. Then we choose the build tool. Either Maven or what? Gradle. Maven is good. Then we add the starters. Then we add the starters. Super. Then we develop the code by using what? At the rate Spring Boot application and other things. Then we pack the code. When we pack the code, we will get what? Code plus embedded server plus embedded database software. Code plus embedded server plus embedded database software. Is that clear, my dear? Come on. Yes. We are creating the project. We are selecting the build tool. We are selecting the starter. We are developing the code. At the end, we are packing the code or not there, guys. Okay, that's good. Yeah, these are the three IDEs we have to develop the Spring Boot project. Eclipse with STS plugin is very popular. Then IntelliJ, we are going to work with these two IDEs, guys. Actually, STS is a separate ID which is given for Spring Boot, but we don't want to install separately. Then you install STS plugin in Eclipse ID. We can bring all the features of what? STS IDE in Eclipse itself. STS IDE in what? Eclipse itself. Everyone getting my point? Yes. Every Spring Boot application contains one important annotation, that is what? At the rate Spring Boot application, which is combination of how many annotations, guys? 3 annotations. Configuration, enable auto configuration, and what? At the rate component scan. What is there? At the rate component scan. Configuration makes that class as configuration. Spring Boot income configuration class. Enable auto configuration. Searches for the starters. Once the starters are found, but starts performing common activities like making predefined class as Spring Beans. Come on. What kind of operation is going to do, guys? Making predefined class as what? Spring Beans. Next, yeah. Embedded servers, embedded databases, giving plugins, adding more and more jars. All the things will happen or not there, guys. Super. Component scan takes the current package and its sub packages and scans them to mark stereotype annotation classes as Spring Beans are not there. To simply mark the stereotype annotation classes as what? Spring Bean. Is that clear, my dear? Come on. Yes. A plugin is a patch software that is added to existing software to provide what? Additional functionalities to the existing software. This class can be used to provide instructions inputs to what? Spring Boot framework. Are you getting my point? Yes. In Spring Boot application, we generally take what? Main class having at the rate Spring Boot application annotation in the root package com.nt. So that all classes of that root package and its sub packages can be scanned for Java classes having what? Stereotype annotation to make those classes as what? Spring Bean. This is standard practice, guys. com.nt.sbean, com.nt.service, com.nt.ax. But we place main class having at the rate Spring Boot application annotation in com.nt package. So component scan is part of Spring Boot application annotation. Component scan is what? Part of Spring Boot application or not there? Are you getting my point, my dear? Come on. Yeah. So that all packages will be scanned. By adding STS plugin to Eclipse IDE, we can use what? All the features of STS IDE in what? Eclipse IDE itself. Okay. To configure user-defined class as Spring Bean, we need stereotype annotations like what? Component, service, etc. Because we can add these annotations on the top of what? User-defined class definitions. To configure predefined class as what? Spring Beans. We need to use at the rate bean methods of configuration class because we cannot edit the source code of what? Predefined classes to add the stereotype annotations. Are you getting my point? Yes. Okay, Spring Boot application is class level annotation. Okay, very simple, guys. So we are using lot of @bean method to make what? Predefined class as Spring Beans are not there, guys. Super. Okay, now listen. Thumb rules to remember while working with what? Springboard for standalone application development. So now I'm giving thumb rule, boss. In our style, we are going to. Our Springboard is what? No XML. That means it is also annotation driven now, boss. Only the thing is auto configuration is extra. If things are coming through auto configuration, you don't do those things manually. Apart from that, remaining all are same or not there. Apart from that, all are going to be similar or not there, guys. Okay, let's see. Configure user-defined classes as what? Spring Beans by using stereotype annotations. It's a regular one, right? Configure predefined classes as Spring Beans using @bean methods of what? Springboard application class only when if they are not coming as Spring Beans through auto configurations. If you want to give inputs and instructions to IOC container towards auto configuration, you can pass those inputs and instructions from what? Application.properties file or YML file, which is automatically configured in any Springboard project. Which is automatically configured in any Springboard project. Everyone getting my point, my dear? Check it out once again. Configure user-defined class as Spring Beans using stereotype annotations like component service. Configure predefined class as Spring Beans using what? @bean methods in what? Spring Boot application class. If they are not coming as Spring Beans through what? Auto configuration based on the Spring Boot starters that are added. We can give inputs or can override defaults of auto configuration with the support of what? Application.properties or what? YML file entries. Everyone getting my point there, guys? Super. User defined, predefined, both are clear. Okay, now tell me. In the main method where Spring Boot application is there, call spring application.run method. What method? Run method that gives IOC container. On that call, ctx.getBean method with bean ID to get access to Spring Bean class object reference that is required. To get access to what? Spring Bean class object reference that is required. Everyone getting my point, my dear, or not there, guys? Super. In the main method of Spring Boot application class, get the IOC container by calling what? Spring application.run method. Use that container to get what? Spring Boot class object reference by calling what? ctx.getBean method. Are you getting my point? Application context ctx is equal to spring application.run. This is my configuration class. Here are my argument. Date D is equal to ctx.getBean. Yeah, this is the bean ID date dot class. This is the bean ID date dot class. Is that clear, my dear? Come on, everyone. Super. YML, YAML at another markup language. YML, YM ain't markup language. YML, AMLing markup language. All are same, guys. All are there. What doing same? Sir, what this Spring application dot run method will do? Okay. First, it will bootstrap the Spring Boot application. That means it will start the application. Number two, it will create the IOC container by taking given current class as what? Configuration class. By it loads the class, creates the object. Based on the starters that are added and inputs and instruction that are given from application.properties, auto configuration activities will happen or not there. Next, component scanning will happen in the current package and sub packages. Tell me, boss, what happens? Okay, it will try to mark stereotype annotation class as Spring Beans are not there. Okay, next one, guys. Next one. Pre-instantiation happens. All object creation injections takes place. Injections takes place because of what? @auto void. Once all these are done, guys, This run method returns IOC container and also keeps what? Spring Bean class objects in the internal cache of the IOC container are not there, guys. Okay. Automatically calls @bean method to make method return objects as what? Spring Beans. Okay. Returns application context object representing IOC container as the return value of what? Spring application dot run method. What method, guys? Spring application dot run method. Okay, that's fine. So now my requirement is I would like to develop the same application, wish generator, injecting local time, generating wish message, good morning, good afternoon. But I want to do in what style, guys? Springboard style. In that example, who is the target class? Wish message generate. Who is the dependent? Local time. We want to inject local time to wish message generate so that it can be used in the business method to get the current hour of the day. Based on the current hour of the day, we can generate the wish messages like good morning, good afternoon kind of message can be generated or not there. Good morning, good afternoon kind of message can be generated or not there. Say something, guys. Yeah. What's the difference between stereotype annotations, component service, and component scan annotation? Don't confuse, very sensitive one. Component scan scans the current and sub packages to identify which classes are marked with stereotype annotation. Just marks the classes with stereotype annotation. They become Spring Bean because of what? Stereotype annotation. Loading, object creation, everything happens because of stereotype annotation. But how many classes are marked with stereotype annotation is identified by whom, guys? Component scan. Clear, guys? Okay. Now listen. I have taken configuration class in com.nt package. I used all the three annotation. Here I mentioned root package com.nt. So that what happened, guys? It will scan current package and all the sub package. Sub package P1, sub package P2. It will scanning both P1, P2 packages are not there. And recognizes all of them as Spring Beans are not there. But instead of using three separate annotations in every Spring Boot application, we can use only single annotation. That is what? Spring Boot application annotation are not there. Spring Boot application annotation are not there, guys. In Spring Boot project, we place main class having what? Spring Boot application. Come on. We place main class having @Spring Boot application in the root package like com.nt. And we place remaining Spring Bean classes in the sub packages of what? Root package, because component scan annotation of what? Spring Boot application annotation scans the current package com.nt and what? Sub packages com.nt.sbean, com.nt.p1 and etc. to recognize stereotype annotation classes as what? Spring Bean. To recognize stereotype annotation class as what? Spring Bean. And nothing is there. We place main class. We having Spring Boot application in what? Main package. And remaining things in sub packages are not there, guys. Making Java class is Spring Bean is nothing but making IOC container, loading Java class, creating object, managing object, and what? Destroying object. That means total life cycle of the Spring Bean will be taken care by IOC container or not there. Super, guys. Only Eclipse plugin is Eclipse ID is good. Eclipse with STS plugin is good. Yeah, we should know how to install STS plugin now, my dear. What is plugin? Eclipse is basic IDE, boss. You want to get STS IDE facilities in Eclipse, we have to install that plugin or not there. Okay, I think I have talked about Lombok API. Discussed now. For that also we have installed P2 plugin now, boss. Similarly, one more plugin. Sir, they can give all these as built-in plugins. Now, why are you doing like this? And if they give 1,000 built-in plugins, every day you are using 100 built-in plugin, remaining 900 wasted are not there. That's why all basic plugins they have given. Anything on the top of it, you have to install based on the demand. Anything on the top of it, it will say, it will recommend you to install based on the need. It will demand you to use based on the need, nothing else. Getting my point, my dear? Come on. Convinced or not there, guys? Super. Okay, now let's see what we can do. This is my Eclipse ID. Where is this? 710. Yeah. ID came up. Yes. Yeah. First, we focus on installing STS plugin. Any plugin installation, we have two options, guys. One is Eclipse Marketplace, one is install new software. If Eclipse Marketplace comes, fine. Click on it. STS means Spring Tool Suite. STS means what? Spring Tool Suite. Spring Tool Suite. Spring Tool Suite. Go. Spring Tool Suite is already there. In this system, it is already there. If it is not there, you would have got install option. But it's showing what? Installed. That means I have already installed it. Maybe some other batch I have installed it. Okay. To simplify Spring Boot application development, we need to install what? STS plugin in Eclipse IDE. Procedure is option. Help menu, Eclipse Marketplace, search for Spring Tool Suite, go, select Tool Suite for install, next, select all checkboxes, next, accept terms and condition, restart the IDE. Plugin is a patch software that provides what? Additional functionalities to the existing software. In Eclipse IDE, we can install plugin in two types. Eclipse IDE is applied plugins. For that one, install new software option. Lombok API, GUI Builder. Third-party plugins for Eclipse, they can be installed by using Marketplace. Installing STS plugin in Eclipse IDE without using Marketplace option. In some versions of Eclipse IDE, Marketplace is not coming. At that time, how to do it? Help menu, install new software, work with, paste URL. This URL you have to collect from internet. This URL you collect from internet. Collect this from internet or chat GPT, add all this stuff. But somehow I followed procedure. I got what? STS plugin. Okay. What is the guarantee that STS plugin is already installed? There are two things, guys. Number one, this symbol will come. These two symbols will come, especially this symbol. That's a Spring Boot symbol that will come. That's the one thing. Another thing is new. There's something called Spring Starter Project option now, boss. These two are indications. Actually, you can create for a project through IDE, through website. And actually, IDE also internally uses website. IDE also internally uses what? Website. But to simplify that process, we are trying to work with what? IDE only. We'll try to work with from what? IDE only, nothing else. Now let's see. File, tell me, new, what is there? Spring Starter project. What project, guys? File new, what is there? Spring Starter project. Yeah, tell me, guys. IOC, not IOC. Boot IOC pros 01. Boot IOC pros 01. Simply what is there, guys? Boot IOC pros 01. Yeah. Boot IOC pros 01. First application, some name. What is the build tool you want to use? Maven. What is a package? Standalone application means jar. Web application means where. What's the group ID? Array, while creating Maven project also we have given all these details now, guys. Group ID, NID. Artifact this. Version this. Description. First Spring Boot project. Next, package name. What's the package name? com.nt. Package name com.nt. Say next. Okay, right now I don't want, actually this screen is for adding starters, guys. See, this becomes a default package, root package. In that one, main class will come. Remaining all packages will try to take in what? Sub packages. Say next. Asking to select the starters. Latest version of Spring Boot is what? 4.0.3. Asking to select the starters. Okay, I don't want to add starters. I want to work with the default only. See, whatever inputs I have given, all these inputs are given to starter.spring.io website are not there. Whatever inputs I have given, all those inputs are given to what? Starter.spring.io website are not there, guys. Now let's see, finish. Started.spring.io website. Boot IOC pros 01 first application. That's good. Tell me next one. That's the first application. See, this is the directory. This is to keep the main source code. This is to keep properties file. This is to place unit testing code. What code, guys? Unit testing code. This is JRE, here Maven dependency. Though we have not added any dependencies, by default, lot of dependencies have come now. That means by default, some in pom.xml, some default dependencies are added or not there. Okay, test.java, SRC. For them, these are the shortcut. SRC main resources. Okay. Target is to hold the outputs. And here is what? pom.xml. Here is my what? pom.xml. Okay. Can you please repeat again? Creating Spring Boot project. Arey Jalla, Mr. Waste Fellow. If I feel it's fast, you will be having notes na boss. In which dunya you are there, my dear? Huh? I don't know in which dunya you are there. Okay, since you asked, I'll do again. But you have to focus, my dear. I'll play with mobile. And after 45 minutes, if you say just repeat, means it's not going to work out every time. Sorry to say. And moreover, one psychological thing is, if you miss also everything along with the screenshot I would have given in the paintbrush, when you will grow up, guys, still behaving like a kids, fine. What is the session number? 3, na? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, all are regular guys. Target class dependent class story is given. Okay, that's fine. Thumb rules are again given. Example application. See, everything is given with screenshots and comments. Given or not given? Grow up, man. Grow up. Mr. Jatin Sai. Okay. Yeah, what's the option we should use? Spring Starter project. It is connecting to one website now, guys. Okay. Project name is type. What is the build tool? Maven. What's the packaging? Jar. Jar for standalone. Where for web application. What's the Java version? Okay. I think latest version is compatible with the 21 also. You can select 21. Next, 20, yeah. Group NIT, artifact, version, this. Generally, we try to place what? Generally, we try to place what? Come on. Generally, we try to place root package over here. Super, that's good. Say next. No starters. Say next. All the inputs that are given to this website are not there. So it is not directly creating the project. It is connecting to that website, creating the project, getting the project, and that project we are importing here. Boot IOC pros 01. That's good. This is for to place source code. This is to place source code related supporting files, properties file, images, audio, video, all this. This is unit testing code, guys. This is JRE. Even dependencies, jars are coming. Some jars are coming means some default dependencies are added or not there. Yeah, this SRC is the shortcut of all this stuff. This is the original directory. These are the shortcuts. Target is to hold the output. Right now, no output files are there. Here is my what? Pom.xml. What .xml? Pom.xml. Doper. This is my HTTP, guys. That's good. This is my HTTP. Got it? Yes. See, by default, two dependencies have come. Spring Boot starter test. This is for supporting testing. This is to support what? Basic development. Not only this, guys. There is one more reason why those many jars are coming. Okay. If you feel current project is child project, I am asking, hey, Maven child project, you inherit from what? Maven parent project. You inherit from what? Maven parent project. Are you noticing it, guys? You inherited from what? Maven parent project. Are you getting my point there? And moreover, you observe, guys. 4.0.3 is the version now, guys. Did I mention any version for these starters? No. Based on the parent version, these versions are decided or not there. Though I have not added any dependencies, starters, how these many jars are coming in the Maven Spring Boot project that is created. It's because of two reasons. Number one, By default, two dependencies will come. Number two, every Spring Boot project is a child project to Spring Boot starter parent project, which is linked with our child project using parent tag. This is technically called Maven inheritance. What is there? Inheritance between two Maven projects. Anything belongs to parent project will be coming to child project. All the jars and plugins added to what parent project will be inherited to what child project. Everyone getting my point there or not there, guys? Super. Convinced with me, guys? 4.0.3. Yeah. By default, main class has come. Check it out. In the default package com.nt, having project name, one main class has come now, my dear. Yes. Look at that main class. Yes, it's a combination of three things are not there, guys. Spring Boot configuration, auto configuration, component scan. Spring Boot configuration, auto configuration, component scan. Total three things are there or not there? How many things are there, guys? Three things are there. What is there? Spring Boot configuration, enable auto configuration, component scan. Is happening or not there, guys? Yeah, definitely happening. Okay, now let's see what we can do. Right click new package. Come on. Com.nt. What's there? Yes, beans. Yeah, tell me guys, this is main class come configuration class. No separate configuration class, no main class required. Default is coming or not there. Because this is main class configuration. So that's why no need of taking separate package for main class, separate package for configuration class also. Convinced or not, guys? Okay. Yes, boss. And observe this. The second package is also taken under com.nt now, boss. So that this component scan will scan automatically current package and sub packages. Anyhow, SBIN is also sub package of com.nt. So automatic component scan takes place or not there, guys? The automatic component scan takes place or not there, guys? Are you understanding my statement, guys? Come on. Super. Yeah. Tell me. New. Where is this? Class. Coding wise, no change. Because as long as you are not enjoying auto configuration, Spring Boot application is same as Spring application. In first one, two application, I don't want to introduce auto configuration feature. So that means few applications are going to be same as what? Spring only. But we are going to develop them in what style? Spring style. We are not going to develop in what? Spring. Sorry, we are not going to develop in Spring style. We are going to develop them in what? Spring Boot style. Which style, guys? Spring Boot style. Everyone getting my point there or not there? Yeah, that's good. Com.nt.this. Wish message generator. Wish message generator. Yeah, tell me. Wish message generator dot Java. @component WMG. I'm configuring user defined class as Spring Bean, boss. Yeah, using one or other stereotype annotation. Okay, that's good. Now, here also injection same, guys. @auto applied on field injection. On setter injection. Arbitrary method injection. Constructor injection. Same concepts. Okay. So which is good? What's the most good requiring injection, guys? Feed. Private. What is there, guys? Private local date. Not local date. I think it's a local time. Private local time. Yeah, tell me. At the rate auto wide. That's great, my dear. Yes. Public string. Tell me. Show wish message. String user. Get current hour of the day. Into hour is equal to time dot get hour. Are you getting my point, my dear? Come on, everyone. Get current hour of the day. Int hour is equal to time dot get hour. Yeah. Generate the wish message. What's there, guys? Generate the wish message. If hour less than 12, return. What is there? Good morning, user. Else, hour less than 16. Return. What is there? Good afternoon plus user. Else, hour less than 20. Return. Good evening plus user. Else, return. Good night plus user. Is that clear, guys? Come on, everyone. Super. Yes, guys, we are ready with the business method. To get the feeling, these objects are created. I will add one constructor. Systrace, zero param constructor. Systrace. This is going to be zero param constructor or not there, guys? Vishme says generator. Boot IOC pros 01. Get IOC container. Yeah, I can go for this. Try with resource. Configurable application context. CTX is equal to Spring application dot run. Configurable application context. CTX is equal to Spring application dot run. Yeah, tell me next one. Catch. Exception E. E dot print stack trace. Exception E. What is there? E dot print stack trace. Everyone getting my point there, guys? Yeah. get access to, what is there? Spring Bean class object reference. Get access to Spring Bean class object reference. Tell me. Wish message generator. Generator is equal to ctx dot get bean. What bean, guys? WMG. Tell me. Wish message generator dot class. Hey, regular story, guys. Okay. Now you have to call the business method or not there. Invoke the business method. String message is equal to generator dot show wish message of Raja. System dot out dot println. What is this? Wish message plus message. Wish message is what? Plus message. Comfortable, my dear? Come on. Got the clarity, guys? Yes. Super. Right click, run as, what is there? Java application. No such bean definition exception. No qualifying bean of type local time is available. That's right. Because we have done auto wiring on has a property local type, local time. But did we take any Spring Bean of type local time, guys? No. That's good. Okay, now the main class itself acts as what? Configuration class. The main class itself acting as what? Configuration class. So that's why here we should add one @bean method or not there. Yeah, tell me. It's a public, tell me, local time, create what? L time, return, where is this? Local time dot now. Local time dot now. @bean, what is there? L time. @bean name is equal to what? L time. Public local time, create L time, return local time dot now. @bean L time. Is that clear, my dear? Come on. Right click, run as, what's there? Java. Right click, run as what? Java application. So we're getting the output there or not there? So it's like same, guys. But only the thing is the Spring application dot. Oh, it's my mistake then. There's no need of me doing this also. Yes. We are not using new operator. We are using what? Spring application dot run. Current class is main class that is passed here and args. That is passed here and what? Args. Is that clear, guys? Configurable application context CTX. Spring application dot run. Passing main class as what? Current class as main class. Here is what? ARGS. Convinced, my dear? Come on, everyone. See, in resources folder, there will be application.properties by default coming or not. You need not to configure it. It will be recognized automatically. Right now, I'm not using it, but it will be recognized automatically. Super. Yeah, here, what is there? Season finder is something is there, guys. Don't worry. They have come up with what? Season finder? Fine. Anything is okay. In Spring Boot application, we don't take separate configuration classes because the main class having @Spring Boot application itself acts as what? Configure. that itself acts as what? Configure. Local time. JDK has applied predefined class, local date or local time. So does not give this class as through auto configuration. So we use what? At the rate bean method of Spring Boot application class. Okay, to make that one as what? This. Always place package of main class where Spring Boot application is placed one as one level up compared to other package. Compare to what guys? Other package. So all the classes with the stereotype annotations will be scanned what? Automatically to make them as what? Spring beans, because at the rate component scan annotation of what? Spring Boot application. At the rate component scan annotation of what? At the rate Spring Boot application. All these fundamentals we already discussed, guys. Shall we focus on flow of execution now? But one small question. How Spring Boot project is automatically getting the jars, though you are not adding dependencies and though you are not adding dependencies manually. Reason number two reasons. Number one, by default, some dependencies are added. Spring Boot starter and Spring Boot starter test. Reason number two, every Spring Boot project is a child project to Spring Boot starter parent. Okay, that is a project which is there in central repository. All the jars belongs to that parent project will be inherited automatically to our project or not there. Will be inherited automatically to our project or not there. So these are the two fundamental reasons. These are the two fundamental reasons why that is happening. Got it, guys? Yes. Okay. Now I would like to give session number how much, guys? 4. Yeah. Let us concentrate on flow part, guys. Before seeing the flow, total how many arguments we are passing in run method? 2. How can you call run method on class name? Because it's a static method. Total how many arguments it is taking, guys? 2 argument. One is configuration class, other one is what? Argue. One is configuration class, other one is what? ARGS. One is configuration class, other one is what? ARGS. Is that clear, my dear? Come on. When I use the word configuration class, come on, the current class is taking. What is ARGS? It takes command line argument and try to make them as Spring Bean property values. It try to use them as what? Values to inject. It will try to use them as what? Values to inject. Are you getting my point, guys? Spring application dot run method, static method of Spring application class, performs what? Bootstrapping of Spring Boot application by performing what? Multiple activities, including what? Application context IOC container creation by taking given class as what? Configuration class. In Spring Boot, we have what? 2 IOC container. One is what? Bean factory. Other one is what? Application context. In standalone Spring application, the Spring application dot run method uses the following statement internally to create what? IOC container. What is there? Annotation config application context CTX is equal to new annotation config application context. This is the given configuration class or not there, guys? The first argument of Spring Boot application dot run method will be taken here as what? Configuration class. Okay, run method first argument will become as configuration class or not there. Total how many arguments we are passing in run method? 2. First argument will be taken as what? Configuration class. Second argument will be taken as what? Okay, RGS, nothing but command line argument values will be injected internally generated spring bean. Internally, some spring beans are generated, guys. To those spring beans, these command line argument values will be injected or not there. These command line argument values will be injected or not. I want reply, my dear. Come on. Yeah, let's focus on flow of execution. Yeah, our regular style flow is there now, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of thing, right? Shall we focus on flow, guys? Yeah, maybe your example is there on season finder, but we developed what? Wish message generator. That thing that's not a big deal for us, right? Number one, we run the application. Number two, main method. Okay, number three, Spring application dot run method executes are not there. Number four, given main class is taken as what? Configuration class. What is there? Given main class is taken as what? Configuration class. That is number four. Number five. Number five. Tell me, guys. That class is loaded. Object is created. That class is loaded. Object is created. What do you say, guys? And that becomes Spring Bean or not there? Okay. Number six. Okay. Now it will read this annotation. Number seven. At the rate enable auto configuration annotation of at the rate Spring Boot application annotation searches. Are there any special starters? What, guys? Are there any special starters in the project? No, not added. So that's why no auto configuration activities now, boss. Super. Number eight. At the rate component scan annotation of what? At the rate Spring Boot application annotation scans the current package now, boss. What is that? com.nt. Scans the current package. What is that? com.nt. And it's a sub package. And searches for, simply searches for what? Stereotype annotation classes are not there. Simply literally searches for what, guys? Stereotype annotation classes are not there, guys. Say something, my dear. Come on. In that process, find com.nt.sbeans.what season finder class configured with at the rate component are not there, guys. Super. That's number eight. Eight. Nine. IOC container searches for. Are there any at the rate bean method in what? Configuration class. Finds one method or not there. Okay. Now IOC container performs what? Pre-instantiation of singleton scope Spring Beans are not there. In that process, tell me, guys, season finder class object is created, and by calling this at the rate bean method, come on, guys, by calling this at the rate bean method, okay, local date class object is also created or not there, guys? Okay, both objects are created. That's fine. Okay, tell me, guys, 9, 10, 11. Next. What is that? 11. What is 11 says? This component scan annotation searches for. Are there any at the rate auto void annotation in all the Spring Beans? Finds in season finder, guys. That too on the top of the property. Come on. Gets the property type, property name, and searches. Is there any Spring Bean whose class name is what? Local time. Once found, creates the object and injects the object or not there. Once find, it will create the object and inject the objects are not there, guys. Say something, my dear. Come on, I want reply, boss. It happily creates the object and what? Simply injects the object. That is number 11, guys. Okay. 11, 12. Component scan getting at the rate auto void. Okay, then here what? Injection taking place. Okay, once injection taking place, boss, they are kept in internal cache of the IOC container now, my dear. Number 14. Once everything is over, okay, this Spring application dot run method returns what? Application context object are not there. Spring application dot run method returns application context object. Yes or no, na, my dear? Come on. Yeah, tell me. That is number 14. Number 15. Okay, it is calling getBean method with SF. Number 16. It will go to what? IOC container. It will go to IOC container. Come on. Submits the bean ID. Gets what? Spring Bean class object reference or not there? Gets what? Spring Bean class object reference. Number 17. Okay, we got it. Number 18. We call the business method. Okay. Once we call the business method, come on. It goes to business method 19. There I am calling what? Current month value. Number 20. According to the current month, it will give the season name or not there. Right now, what is this season, guys? Summer season. Hey, we cannot move this. Cut it. You're getting summer season or not there? That is 20. Yeah. The 21 receiving the result. 22 displaying the result. And 23 closing the IOC container. Closing the IOC container. Okay. Now 24 end of the main method or not there? It's going to be simply end of the main method. Convinced, boss? Got the clarity, my dear? Come on. Everyone got the clarity here or not there? Super. Using interface reference variable that is pointing to implementation class object, we can call only common method. If you want to call subclass method, you have to go for typecasting or not there. Tell me, guys, except auto configuration searching, remaining everything is same now, my dear. Only thing is number of classes and packages are reducing because that main class is acting as what? Main class come configuration class. Because of one superb annotation, what is there? At the rate Spring Boot application annotation. Right, boss? What is the difference between Spring and Spring? One side Spring, another side what? Spring Boot. It is also called as what? Java EE framework or application framework. It is just called Spring Boot framework. Provides abstraction on what? Java JWE technologies in application development. It provides abstraction on what? It provides abstraction on what? Yeah, Spring framework itself. Avoids boilerplate code related to what? Java JWE technologies based application development. Avoids boilerplate code related to Spring Boot, Spring framework. Common operations it need not to do. The main feature of Spring framework is what? Dependency management. The main feature of Spring Boot framework is what? Auto configuration. Supports XML driven configuration to provide inputs and what? Instruction. Other side what? Does not support XML driven configuration directly. Spring Boot's avoids or minimizes what? XML driven configuration. Spring Boot's avoids or minimizes what, guys? XML driven configurations. Are you getting my point, my dear? Allows to develop application in three types of configuration. XML driven, annotation driven, 100% code driven. Confirmed, guys? Come on. Super. Supports only one style of configuration, that is what? Annotation. If any convert situation only, we have to use XML and you have to link with what? But that one. Programmer creates IOC container manually. Programmer gets IOC container by calling what? Spring application dot run method. Does not give embedded servers. Every server should be used manually, configured. Gives Tomcat Jetty as what? Embedded servers. Does not give in-memory databases. Gives embedded database, H2, HBase, all this stuff. Supports good amount of loose coupling using Spring Bean configuration file. Changing one dependent to another dependent without disturbing Java source code by touching XML is possible or not there, guys? Okay, loose coupling is bit less because everything we through annotation. Okay, if you want, you can achieve. If you want, you can achieve using what? XML or factory bean or what? Some other techniques. Okay, directly not there, some other techniques. We need to add dependencies manually and what? Directly. If you add the starters, we'll get a lot of dependencies automatically or not there, guys. Super. Next one. Suitable for new projects development and to enhance existing project, even for what? Migration. Okay, suitable, not suitable for what? Migration and enhancement. Always suitable for what? New projects. Bit lightweight compared to Springboard, no auto configuration. In auto configuration, sometimes some unnecessarily objects will be created or not there. Bit heavyweight compared to Spring because auto configuration, because of auto configuration, many auto unnecessary objects will be created, even unnecessarily jars will be added, right? When you add Spring Boot Starter JDBC, so many jars will come. From so many jars, so many predefined classes will become Spring Beans automatically or not there. Super. Spring Framework is suitable for what? Developing standalone application, small and medium scale what? Web application. Small and medium scale web application. Spring Boot is good to develop what? Large scale web application, distributed application, microservice architecture application. No exclusive support for microservice architecture. Supports what? Exclusively. No property file support. Every property file must be configured automatically. Application.properties will be recognized automatically or not there. No support for what? YML file. Gives great support for what? YML. YML is alternate for property file, guys. Don't worry. Okay. While injecting values, at a time we can inject only one value, boss. But there is a configuration properties annotation. Using that, it can perform what? Bulk injection. In Spring Boot, single value injection is possible. Bulk values injection is also possible. In Spring Boot, single value injection is possible. Also what? Bulk values injection. Gives multiple dependent annotation to use in what? Spring programming. And it gives advanced annotation, combining all related annotations are not there. Tell me. It gives less productivity. It gives what? Less productivity. Gives what? More productivity because of what? Auto configuration. It definitely gives more productivity because of what? Auto configuration. Doing more work in less time with good accuracy is possible or not there? Doing more work in less time with good accuracy is possible or not there? Sir, do I need to remember these many differences? No. Remember hardly 5 to 6 differences. By that time he listens those 5 to 6 differences, he will be bored and he will come to conclusion you know something about what? Spring and Spring Boot differences, and he will automatically move to next question. But you have to give differences until he stops. Don't worry. After seeing some programming of Spring Boot, you can happily compare more and more, guys. Okay, main features. No auto configuration, auto configuration. Yes. No embedded servers, embedded server. No in-memory database, yes, in-memory database. Supports XML annotation driven, supports only annotation. Highlight this kind of easy points first. Provides abstraction on Java JWE technology. Provides abstraction on Spring. Avoids boilerplate code related to Java JWE programming. Avoids boilerplate code related to Spring itself. Avoids the boilerplate code related to Spring itself. Developer develops the Spring Boot application or project using Spring Boot framework. That framework uses Spring framework. That Spring framework uses multiple Java JWE technologies. Java J. And all these technologies are built on the top of what? Java programming language. All these technologies are built simply on the top of what? Java programming language. Microservice application is nothing but web service application plus plus. RESTful web service application plus plus. Web service is a mechanism to develop what? Distributed application. Microservice applications will be developed as extension of what? Web services. That means different services of microservice architecture will be developed as different projects are not there. Will be developed as what? Different projects are not there, guys. Super, guys. Yeah, tell me, guys. Java language standalone application. Advanced Java web applications. Right? Web services distributed application. Spring Cloud module and other supporting module for microservice architecture application. Tell me, in how many ways we can develop the web services, sir? Two ways. SOAP-based web services, RESTful web services. What is the difference? In SOAP-based web services, data exchange format is always XML. Apart from XML, nothing allowed. But nowadays, XML is outdated or not there. Day-to-day XML is outdated or not there, guys. Super. In RESTful web services, the data exchange format is what? JSON or XML. Either we can use XML or what? JSON. We can use either XML or what? JSON. Are you getting my point, my dear? Come on. Yes. RESTful web services, hotcake. What are the technologies we got to develop this one? SOAP-based web services, JAX RPC, JAX WS technology, framework, Apache CFX, Access, and etc. Okay, in RESTful web services, JAX RS, Jersey, Spring REST, REST-easy, RESTlet, and etc. Like these multiple options are there or not there, guys? Definitely multiple options are there or not there, guys? Super. Tell me. Here, media of communication between client and server is only XML. Here, media of communication between client and server is what? JSON. Microservices are built on the top of what? RESTful web services. To develop different services or module as different projects. Each project is called one microservice. Later, these projects can be integrated for what? Single project or what? Multiple projects. Using Spring Boot, we can develop what? Standalone application, web application, distributed application. Enterprise application also indirectly possible. It's a combination of what? Web application and distributed application. We can develop this enterprise application either having what? Monolith architecture or what? Microservice architecture. What do you mean by monolith architecture? All are developed. Different services are developed as different module. All are integrated and packed as a single unit. Single var or jar file. But when it comes to what? E-commerce. When it comes to what? Microservice architecture. Different services are different, developed as different projects. Later they are integrated or not there. Later they are integrated or not there, guys. These modules are different packages of e-commerce application. So these are tightly coupled with one e-commerce application. These microservices are independent projects, so they can be used either in what? One e-commerce application or in what? In multiple e-commerce applications. Getting my point there, guys? They can be used in what? One e-commerce application or in what? Multiple e-commerce application. Convinced, my dear? Spring Boot is equal to 100% code-driven configuration approach plus auto configuration. What configuration, guys? Auto. Microservice project or application is equal to multiple RESTful web service or projects, third-party tools for integration plus design patterns. Plus design patterns. Are you getting my point, my dear? Super. Microservice project or application is equal to multiple RESTful web services or projects. Third party tools for what? Integration plus design pattern. Convinced, my dear? Come on, everyone. Got the clarity or not there, guys? Super. So final conclusion is what? Using Spring Boot, I develop standalone web application, distributed application, enterprise application. To develop standalone core module of Spring Boot. To develop web application, web module is there. To develop distributed application, Spring REST module is there. To develop microservice architecture application, cloud module is there. But these web application plus distributed application together is called what? Enterprise. Enterprise application can be developed either in what? Monolith architecture, all services pack into single unit, or microservice architecture, develop different services as different projects, integrate them. Everyone getting my point there, guys? Okay, that means Spring is one point solution for developing standalone application, core module, web application, web module, distributed application, REST module. Okay, then what? Enterprise application, all the modules together. Now you can develop these projects either in what? Regular monolith architecture or advanced what? Microservice architecture. Let me share the document, guys. I think today we have a match, or tomorrow we have a match. Today only. Accurate knowledge. At what time? Which place? Wankede. Which batch? 9 o'clock or 7 o'clock? Too early, yeah? Look at the dedication, guy. Yeah, 2026. Yeah, tell me, Spring Boot core, file upload, Spring 710, Spring. Tell me, where is this? Yes. Thank you, guys. When we meet tomorrow, we'll develop one more application in a simple manner. Then I will introduce what is auto configuration. See, number of files are reducing. Coding practice is same or not there. Unless I introduce auto configuration, things looks very similar to Spring. But auto configuration is the biggest thing that is differentiating what? Spring and Spring Boot. At least you believe Spring Boot is extension of Spring now. Same old annotation, everything is same. Thank you. Have a nice time. We'll meet tomorrow.